Welcome to the Education Revolution. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about getting around. I'm going to make this video a little bit longer, so feel free to skip ahead or come back to any of the words that you need. I've also tried to incorporate the Vietnamese translation to help you out. Okay, this is based off on feedback from students I am teaching. They said it helps them to have both of the languages. So apologies if some of my sentences later do not match up exactly. Here we go. Let's get started. When we talk about getting around, we want to know different places to talk about. Here are some common ones that we can use. We have gas station, park, hospital, bank, post office, restaurant, hotel, bus station, train station, playground, elementary school, middle school. This would be considered secondary school in Vietnam. High school. We have the YMCA. More in America, YMCA, like a community or local city gym. We have a car wash. Downtown. River. Pond. Okay. Directions. It might be helpful to know different directions if you're in a taxi or if you're trying to show someone where things are. You might hear Westerners asking for directions here in Vietnam as well. You can tell them where they need to go by taking specific directions, such as, we'll start from actually bottom up, east, west, south, north. If you want to give them directions on what they need to do, right? Especially if you're in a car, you might say, hey, turn around, go straight, turn left, turn right. If you want to describe where the post office or maybe where the school is, you can say these words. These are our prepositions. It tells us the position. We can say next to, near, across from, between, on the corner, over, under or under, close or far, Let's look at some examples together. So questions, you might hear someone say, hey, do you have a map? Where is, and then the place they want to find, right? Where is the post office? Where is the hotel? They may want to travel somewhere, so they may ask you the nearest location. So they might say, where is the nearest bus stop? Where is the nearest train station or metro here in Saigon? If they want to know how to get someplace, they will ask you, how do I get to the hotel? How do I get to the hotel? Or, can you tell me how to get to the hotel? Extra words there, right? Means the same thing. Can you tell me how to get to the hotel? Could you tell me where the bank is? Same idea. Could you tell me where the bank is? Could you tell me where the bank is? Is there a phone close by? Is there a phone close by? Okay, so if they want to make a call, or maybe they'll ask you like, is there a gas station close by? If they're trying to fill up their tank. Is there a gas station close by? Here is an exchange you might hear someone use. So they'll say, excuse me, do you know where the post office is? Okay. And the person might say, well, hello, do you have a map? So can you take out a map and I will show you where the post office is, right? Person A says, yes, give me a minute. And so they'll look into their bag. Here it is, or here you are. So they might show you where the map is. And then on the map, person B will say, the library is here. And they'll point to it. The library is here. Or the post office is here, right? The post office is here. Another question, can you tell me how to get there from here? Because they're going to be at a location, right? So, hey, can you tell me how to get there from where we are at right now? So on the map, person B will say, well, we are here on the map. Okay, and then they'll say, you will go straight until you reach Maple Street. So in Vietnam, it might say, you will go straight until you hit Pasteur. Then turn right and walk 3 blocks. So hopefully they're showing you on the map. And the library is on the corner of Main, across from the park and next to the pet store. Okay. So assuming you're looking for the library now, I'm sorry, should have been library up here probably. Perfect. Go straight on Maple Street. Turn right until I reach Main Street. So good way to double check that you understand the instructions. Correct. Good luck. Thank you. So again, excuse me. Do you know where the library is? Person B, hello, do you have a map? Yes, give me a minute. Here you are. So they're showing the map. Person B will say the library is here. Well, can you tell me how to get there from here? Well, we are here on the map. Okay, so you go straight until you reach Maple Street, then turn right and walk 3 blocks. The library is on the corner of Main, across from the park and next to the pet store. So when we're walking, hopefully we're looking for that park or the pet store. It should be near there. Perfect. So go straight on Maple Street and turn right until I reach Main Street. Correct. Good luck. Thank you. So some language on directions. Now, ways for us to get around. This is our transportation. We have, these are the most common ones: taxi, motorbike, car, train, bus, subway or metro, truck. We see some of those big trucks on the road. Those are called semi-trucks. Okay, again, taxi, motorbike, car, train, bus, subway or metro, and truck. We can get around by walking, so we can say I walk, run, bike, skateboard, scooter. I've seen some skateboards here especially, so I wanted to include it. Again, walk, run, bike, skateboard, and scooter. Here we also have motorized bicycles, right? Motorized bicycles. Should have added that there. Let's look at some language. Okay. For bus, train, or metro. Okay, where can I buy a ticket? Where can I buy a ticket? I would like to go to, and then describe where you want to go, right? I would like to go to District 7. How much for a ticket to District 2? How much for a ticket to District 2? How much is the fare? So if you're taking a taxi or even a bus, how much is the fare or for the ride? I want to buy a one-way ticket. So maybe at the airport, I want to buy a one-way ticket, or I want to buy a two-way ticket. This also works at the metro. I want to buy a two-way ticket. I want to buy a day pass. So some places around the world you can get a whole day pass. Use it as many times as you want for just that one day. I want to buy a day pass. For a taxi, we might ask, hey, please take me to, and describe where you want to go. Please take me to the mall. Please take me to the park. Okay. What's the fare to? So this is asking for the cost. What's the fare to, or how much does it cost, right? All right. Here is an example. How far is the airport from here? Person B will say, well, it's about an hour from here, depending on traffic. And you can say, well, they might add a little bit more. It says it shows 20 miles. Although in Vietnam we use kilometers. Again, you might hear, it's more likely you hear about the time, right? It's about an hour from here, depending on traffic. How much is the fare? And again, it will depend, right? So they'll say it depends on the meter, but originally or roughly it's going to be $50. All right, let's go. So when they say the meter, this is the machine that is at the front of the taxi that keeps track of the distance and the cost. Again, how far is it, or how far is the airport from here? It's about an hour from here, depending on traffic. It shows 20 miles. How much is that fare? It depends on the meter, but roughly $50. All right, let's go. So practice with the transportation. Again, I think more importantly, practicing the way of transportation. So knowing where you need to buy tickets, knowing the type of transportation you want to take, and then again, the directions will be important as well. So knowing directions. Okay. So practice these vocabularies. Feel free to go back and forth, and hopefully the examples are enough to help you get started. Good luck.